Hi, I'm Bill Lancaster, and I'll be your host for this video session on sharpening a bottom-feeding bowl gouge. This is the gouge used on the bottom 1/3 of the inside of a wooden bowl that you're turning on a lathe. I'm going to show you two of these bottom feeders. They're called bottom feeders, and I don't know, that's just a name given to these things. They're just a gouge is designed for the inside bottom. This is the Ashley Harwood signature bottom feeder. It's probably made by Doug Thompson. It has her signature on the side of it, and you'll see that it has a very straight across grind. It's ground at 50 degrees this way, and I'll show you how to do it in a minute. So that's the Ashley Harwood. D-Way produces one similar to it. This is the D-Way tool. It has a little bit of a dome on the grind. This ground at 65 degrees this way, so it's a little bit sharper, or blunter rather, blunter. And I've not used this a whole lot. I think I tend to go to the Ashley Harwood because I know how it works. Both these have a bolster on the end like that fits into this taper lock handle. This is a Stuart Batty product, and so you'll see, I'm going to back up, you'll see this thing is like, the handle's 2 feet long, and plus the length of the gouge itself. So what that does is it gives you the opportunity to stick this gouge way across the tool rest and still have enough leverage to handle the feedback that you get from the kickback you get from the bowl. So I'm going to take it out of the handle for sharpening because you don't want it in the way, and put that down, and I'll show you how we're going to do this in a minute. Now I've got to change the camera to aim here at the grinder, so give me a minute to do that and I'll be right back. Now, I said this gouge is grounded 50 degrees. The way you get that 50 degrees is to use one of these angle gauges. This is another Stuart Batty product, and I don't get any endorsement from anybody or any money, anything. I just use the ones that I like. But this is a Stuart Batty angle gauge 1, and it has on it the angles that I want, which are even 50 degrees. It goes like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 on up. And so what you do is you put the flat part of it right on the platform and touch this bottom surface right there against the wheel. When those match up at 50 degrees, I've got the 50 right there, you got your 50 degree angle. So that's set at 50 degrees. So what I'm going to do here is you want to get the corners out of the way. We'll grind them back about 40 degrees, and then we're going to turn the gouge itself into a smooth rotation to grind at 50 degrees. So here goes, here's that straight on, back about 5 degrees, and into the wheel, grind it back, same thing on the other side, straight on, turn it back about 5 degrees, and into the wheel. And then you just do a little rotation flat on the tool rest, like that. Just rotating your wrist, and that gives you the 50 degree grind. The way you tell if this is sharp or not is look at the cutting edge. If you see light reflecting off the cutting edge, it is not sharp. You can feel it, but that's not what will tell you if it's sharp. You have to look at it in a bright light, see if you see that light reflecting off the cutting edge, and if you do, it's not sharp. After you get that edge sharp, you take the heel off like this. You want to get that heel out of the way, because the heel, if it mashes into your wood, it will create a compression mark. And those compression marks are very hard to get out of your bowl. So you want to get rid of those. After I do that, I will take this little Allen laser teardrop hone. You see how that shape of that's a teardrop? Put it flat against the flute and take out the burr. I don't want it to rise up in it. I just want to take that burr out. And the only thing you want to burr on is on the negative rake scraper. Otherwise, you get that burr out, and that gives you a better cut. Now, when you use this thing, you push down on the tool rest, in with your right hand if you're right-handed, left hand if you're left-handed. You push down on the tool rest, in, catch that cutting edge, and take it right around to the center of your bowl. This tool and that tool also will create its own curve at the bottom. So you want that. Start about a 1/3 of an inch, way down to the, use it on the bottom third of the bowl, start it there, and then catch that edge and take it right around to the center of the bowl, center of the gouge to the center of the bowl, and that will give you a nice curve created by this angle. If you go straight down the side of the bowl and then do a angle like that for the bottom, you cannot use this gouge. It won't make that turn. You have to use a scraper or something else for that angle in there. So just take this down. It'll make a nice smooth curve around to the bottom, and that's what you want. So that's the bottom feeder, so-called. And hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for looking at my other videos. I've got a few of those out there to show you. I've had about 340 views on the one on sharpening the 4040 gouges. Thank you for looking at those. And so hope you get something out of this, and happy turning. Bye.